is coming to you live on YouTube. Um, let's see. All right, so hold on one second. So yeah, so here we are. We're on hold on. All right, so I got two of them working. It's Wednesday night, and I'm trying to do another live feed here on YouTube, and I'll only be on here for a little bit. I wanted to talk about a couple things. I believe the Yankees are still in a dogfight with Kansas City Royals, and the New York Mets have advanced to the National League Championship Series. Came out of nowhere, that team. You got to give credit where credit's due. The New York Mets really, they played hot at the right time, and they got past the Phillies, and they're moving on. They're the first team to move on, I think, so far. So, and I said it leads me to bring back this whole thing here that, I was talking earlier, and it all started really when Grimace was introducing was like on the 7 train heading into Shea Stadium, or what do they call it now, City Field, and then it reminded me of McDonald's and McDonald's characters, and I had a poll yesterday on Instagram Live, and or today I had on there, and which character was the most annoying. It was the Hamburglar, Grimace, Moon Man, and Ronald McDonald. Those were the four that were there. So, and really, Moon Man hasn't really been relevant for McDonald's in a long time. So, he hasn't been there. I don't think he's been in. I only think he's really in 2 stores in the tri-state area. One in Audubon, New Jersey, and then there's one in like Bloomington, Delaware, or somewhere, I think. Just the McDonald's chain itself has just always been kind of crazy. It's surprising that they still stay survived the way they are. I really don't even know how much money McDonald's has back in them, but they got to write a lot of crazy stuff. But either way, nevertheless, obviously playoff baseball, the Mets took care of business. Ranger Suarez played a pretty good game for the Phillies out. It's just they're bad. The Phillies bats couldn't get it together, and the Mets are moving on. And here we are, talking about that. But you know, I was just thinking tonight that that's really where it was. Um, I'm just kind of on here, just trying to talk about how, Moon Man used to be a big thing back in the day for McDonald's, and McDonald's was just what they were. I always wanted to have somebody's opinion. I never understood why like Ronald McDonald was ever the main feature on McDonald's, because he was always just like a clown, a red clown, a red-headed clown that went out and gave Happy Meals out. It always never really added up to me, in the 80s. Even when I used to go to McDonald's all the time when I was in Clifton Heights. And, you know, I had a hamburger there a couple times, and, but McDonald's has always survived. They've always been a proud franchise. That's what they predicate themselves on. So, you know, I don't know how I got that mixed in with this, but yeah, the Mets move on and the Phillies are going home. They're going to have a lot of things to answer about. I say it all the time with a lot of these players, baseball or football, especially quarterbacks and NBA players, they get overpaid. They pay these players too much money, and they don't get enough results. If you give it does. Michael Jordan said it one time too, and it makes complete sense. If you reward somebody for not doing anything, then they're just going to do nothing and collect the money, and that's what happens in sports in general. And that's what I think is happening with the Phillies. And Trey Turner got a little bit of hits, but he's really not that great. And that's really where we're at with it. But anyway, that's over with. So now the next step is, what to do. That's all. But anyway, like I said, Grimace really put him in the spot, though. If anything was going to happen, it's going to be because of Grimace. Grimace really put the Phillies in a bad spot when he had the Mets rolling in on the 7 train. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to get off. I'm a little tired, but I just thought I'd bring that up on my YouTube Live. I'm going to get off for now. We'll start doing discussions and stuff on YouTube Live as soon as possible. I definitely want to start doing a live feed and do a podcast on here, but I have to figure out what I want to talk about. Like tonight, I was going to talk about how Moon Man used to be the big thing for the 60s and 70s for McDonald's, and then in the 80s and 90s, it was Ronald McDonald and Grimace and the Hamburglar. The Hamburglar kind of just disappeared out of nowhere. I don't even know where he went to, you know. And as their food has been getting smaller, also, because the Big Mac is now the Little Mac. It used to be about 6 inches wide. Now it's 4. People think that people don't pick up on that kind of stuff, but you do. It's inflation, Biden inflation. So anyway, I'm gonna get off for now. Anyway, X-Men out for now.